Hey guys, it's Marissa, and today I wanted to do the My First Time tag, and no, this video doesn't mean what you think it does. I didn't get tagged by anyone, but I figured it would be something fun to do and you guys could get to know me a little bit more. So let's get started. First question. Do you still talk to your first love? No, I don't. He is off in the universe somewhere else, and me and him have not talked since I was 14. That's when we ended our relationship. It was just one of those little puppy love kind of things. And at the time, I felt that it was the end of the world, but now it's just, I kind of look back on it and laugh a little bit because it didn't end me at all. Number 2, first kiss. This one is a little awkward because I kissed a guy who was in, I guess, like a completely different, like, group setting as me. Like, you know how everybody in schools, like, either they're like a jock or like nerd or whatever like that. And I was, alternative, kind of weird, unique-y kind of person off in this corner. He was a football player. And he had just gotten to high school and was playing football. I was like 13 at the time. And this is an awful first kiss, but I guess he thought he was a Hoover vacuum cleaner. And he was a horrible kisser, and it was the most awful experience ever. But at least I have been kissed better since then. Number 3, first alcoholic drink. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I was not 21 when I had my first alcoholic drink, but that doesn't mean you guys should do that. You should at least wait until you're of age so you do not get in trouble. I highly advise that. Don't do as I do as I say. But I was very young in high school, and I went to a party, and I think I drank vodka that night. And it was a little bit too much for me. And I think I ended up getting sick and having to call my mom to come and get me, which is awful enough. But my mom came and got me, no questions asked. She was just glad that I had called her. But, yeah, that's why I don't drink vodka anymore. And we are going to move on from that subject. Number 4, first job. My first job was at a local grocery store, and I was a cashier. And I think I worked there for a couple months because I learned that the general public was not too kind to those in grocery store settings who take money from people and just ring up groceries, because some people are just not nice to anyone. But this one single situation that happened kind of made me want to completely throw in the towel. Now that I'm older, I understand we have to take people with a grain of salt, and we have to keep on going, and we have to try to be as nice as possible to present our business as, a very good business, and they have good employees that can hold their cool. But this old lady wanted me to go around the grocery store with her and pick out her groceries, get the groceries and put them into her buggy because she wasn't able to do it. And I had a line of people who needed to be rung up and get their groceries so they could just, go home. But this old lady did not understand that, so she called me a catty B word, and it was not very nice of her. And, I think she ended up having to go get her own groceries anyways because nobody wanted to help her because she was being very hateful. If you want someone to do something for you, you have to be very nice and ask politely. Number 5. Let's see. First real boyfriend. Well, my first real boyfriend was my first love kind of thing. And, you know how that ended. We kind of went our separate ways and whatnot. So number 6, I think we're on number 6. Who is the first person to text you today? Well, let's check on my handy dandy phone and we'll see who first texted me today. Either it was, hold on, I think I know who it was. Yep, it was my friend Brian, and I love him. Hi, Brian. I mentioned him in one of my earlier videos, and I think I'm going to actually do a best friends tag with him. So I love you, and we're going to do a girls' night soon and make some brownies and watch some good movies and craft and make some friendship bracelets. All right, number 7. Who was your first grade teacher? Well, I'm not going to say any names, but my first grade teacher, I don't remember being very fond of her. And there's this one horrid incident that happened to me. It was my very first embarrassment in life that ever happened to me, and I will never forget it. I told her I was sick, I didn't feel good, and that I needed to go home or go to the bathroom. My stomach didn't feel very well. Well, she didn't listen to me, so I ended up throwing up on her shoes and throwing up all over me, and it just embarrassed me so bad, and she got so upset, but she didn't listen to me. I told her I didn't feel well, so I kind of got her back for throwing up on her shoes, but I remember being so embarrassed that I didn't even want to go back to school. And that's like really awful for a 6-year-old to think that way and be like, I don't want to go back to school. But that's what happened to me, and I survived on, and here I am, not puking on people's shoes. Number 7 or 8, we're on whichever one. Short-term memory. Where was your first sleepover? Is this like, I wonder if this is one of those questions like first sleepover with friends or just first sleepover in general. Well, I'm going to do my first sleepover with a friend, and that would be, actually, she's my friend, she was my friend, and she's my cousin as well, was my cousin Katie. And hi Katie, if you watch this, we had sleepovers when we were little, and we would, I remember, like, play, and we tried to make shampoo one time, like our own type of shampoo. So we had like this empty bottle, and we were pouring shampoo into it and pouring like perfumes into it, and I think we used it, and we ended up smelling so bad. Her mom was like, you guys have to go and take another bath because you smell awful. Number 9. Alright, I think this is number 9, forgive me. Let's see. What was the first thing you did this morning? Well, the first thing I did was go and make coffee, because I need coffee every morning to keep me going. I don't know if you guys do, but I feel like zombie lady all day if I don't do that. So I need a little bit of coffee in me, so I did that and brushed my teeth and did all that good stuff. So number 10 would be first concert you ever went to. The first concert I ever went to, I believe it was down in Atlanta at the Masquerade, and I went to go see Arch Enemy. I was 15 at the time, and I was really into them, and it was a really good concert. I had so much fun. I went with a bunch of friends, and I will never forget that. It was like the coolest night I had when I was younger. Alright, number 11. First broken bone. My first broken bone, I broke my finger. I broke this finger when I was 8. I had a really awful bicycle accident. I messed myself up so bad that you would have thought I was in a car accident or something. I looked so bad. My mom and dad literally had a mini heart attack when they saw me because I had blood all over my shirt and everything. I ended up having to go to the hospital. My finger, it was never treated properly, so it's still kind of crooked a little bit, and it looks weird right in there, so, but it still works. So moving on, I believe, are we on number 11? I don't know. I'm so bad. I'll just stop counting. I'll just say the next one. First movie you remember seeing? That's a good question. I've seen a lot of movies in my day. I believe I saw, I think I don't know. I think it was something before Pocahontas, but I do remember going to see Pocahontas. And I was little. Yeah, I think it was Pocahontas actually, other than like watching stuff on TV. But I went and saw Pocahontas when I was little, and I loved that movie. And my favorite character is the little hummingbird and the pug. And I think it would be absolutely funny and like a cool thing to get a tattoo of the pug in his helmet with the little, hummingbird right next to him. Sorry, excuse me. All right, next question is first sport you were involved in. The first sport that I ever did was basketball, and that was a bad idea because I am not coordinated whatsoever in the sports area. But I guess if you could call something else a sport, it would be gymnastics. I was in gymnastics for a really long time, and I was very good at it. I loved it. I didn't continue with it because I just started growing out of it a little bit. But I'm actually still kind of flexible from it, and I can still do a flip if I needed to. Not that I would really, it would be necessary in my life, but I could if I needed to. Next question. Let's see. First piercing. My first piercing was both of my earlobes, and I was 2, I believe, and my dad didn't want my mom to take me to get my ears pierced, but I eventually told my dad I wanted my ears pierced like my mom, so they took me, and funny enough, I cried only because I didn't get to see my earrings right away, and I had to like wait for them to show me in a mirror. But I didn't cry through the process. I just cried because I didn't get to see them. And since then, I've, got a couple of other piercings. So let's see. What's next is, first celebrity crush. Ooh, tough one. Oh, I know. And he's gay now. I didn't know he was gay, and then I found out. But it was Jonathan Taylor Thomas, if you must know. I loved him. He's still adorable. I love you. Okay, so I'm so weird. Alright, so let's see. Is there any other ones on this list? I don't think there is. I think that's actually all of them on my list. Yeah, there's no more on my list. So I guess that is it. My first time questions. I hope this wasn't too long for you guys. But today I am trying out a new lipstick shade. This is not black. It is a very dark plum color, and it is called Vamp It Up. And I'm going to be doing a lipstick lookbook for you guys. This is going to be one of the shades that is in with that lookbook. So I hope you guys like it. I know I look very pale, but it's dark in my room and my lighting is a little bit off. Anyways, I hope you guys had a great day. If you would like, you can subscribe down below, and you can hit the like button, or you can hit the dislike button if you didn't like this video. If you have any questions, comments, anything that I could be doing better in my video, please feel free to leave it in the comments down below. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, and I will link those in the description box down below. And I hope you guys have a good night, day, evening, afternoon, whatever it is, where you live, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!